Chapter 3 Fashioning a New Society in the Wilderness, a presentation by Madison Rogers. Introduction. This chapter explores the impact the colonial era had on contemporary society. In this chapter, we discover how the cultural, legal, social welfare, and political traditions that were set in motion centuries ago affect and shape our lives today. In the 17th and 18th centuries, white settlers arrived in the New World, quickly crafting a society in the wilderness. This society would be marked by constructive accomplishments as well as shadowed by oppression. Evolution of culture and institutions. As you read about this chapter, it becomes more clear how their experiences and decisions became the foundation for a distinct societal framework. Colonists being separated from medieval Europe were able to cultivate their own culture. Factors that helped shape this culture were geographical distance, scarce resources, and encounters with diverse populations. Unlike feudal structure, the early settlers lacked a strong centralized authority, leading to the development of local governance. Ideal utopian society. These settlers' ideal society was one that encompassed education, land ownership, and minimal inequality. However, their focus on agriculture, limited government, and strong families hindered their ability to recognize social needs and influenced a reluctance to embrace social programs. Policies in colonial America. While the settlers had the idea of utopia in mind, certain harsh realities and policies had lasting imprints on its history. Let's take a look at some of these key policies. The conflict between colonial Americans and Native Americans resulted in violence displacement, profoundly impacting indigenous populations and culture, leading to contemporary marginalization. Policies endorsing slavery, backed by the Constitution, and the exploitation of African Americans perpetuated racial inequality. Due to this, African Americans endured centuries of enslavement, discrimination, systemic racism, contributing to lasting racial disparities in contemporary society. Even amongst white settlers, there was a class divide, reinforcing social hierarchies. These social hierarchies persisted, shaping social attitudes and contributing to contemporary socioeconomic equalities. Colonial America was also known for major gender discrimination that has lasting effects in contemporary times. This type of war led to women being denied the right to vote, hold political office, inherit wealth, or work in professional settings. These kinds of discriminatory policies left a profound mark on women's rights today. Precursors to a reluctant welfare state in colonial America. Colonials placed major emphasis on individualism. Individualistic culture traits influenced social welfare policies, which led to an increased reliance on local solutions and limited government intervention. Political factor. The early colonial era is known to have had a weak central government, along with its aversion to taxation. This led to the establishment of modest local welfare policies. Institutional factors. Non-governmental involvement was also a main theme and influences contributing to the complexities of policies. Non-governmental welfare agencies began to emerge, starting a pattern of weak governmental institutions supplemented by non-state programs. American tradition of policy advocacy, an enduring legacy. In colonial times, the foundation of American social policies was a mix of positive and punitive approaches, foreshadowing the contemporary welfare state. The complexities of these policies reflected conflicting cultural, political, and institutional influences. Understanding those influences is essential for an understanding of the historical roots of America's approach to social welfare and the way these influences aided in shaping those early policies. Thank you.